What is up, YouTube? Back again. And I'm EV. This is EvStudiosEnt. And today we are doing Dax dropped a Richmond North of Richmond remix. And you already know Dax is controversial, but Dax can rapidy rap. Yes, he can. So that's what we're going to watch. Shout out to Oliver Anthony for this song that blew the heck up. I don't know another song that went like this viral and this crazy like this song did. I actually just listened to Oliver Anthony's when he was on the podcast with Joe Rogan. That was pretty cool. So, all right, y'all, I'm done talking. You know my stuff by now. Down in the description box below is all my links. I made a website. Go ahead, click the website. You get everything. Contact info, way to request, if you want to donate, all that good stuff. Merchandise, all on that website. Second, that like button, though. Hit the like button and hit that subscribe button. All right, without further ado, let's get into it, y'all. I'm trying a different way right now, as you can see. We're going to try it with the green screen because I got me a green screen, kind of. So let's do it. Let's go, Dax. United we stand, divided we fall. He had that in the last one, too, in his God's eyes. Let's go, Oliver. He got, oh, look at that. He got the Canada and the US flag. That's fire. That's dope. I like that. He has both of them because as you all should know if you're Dax fans, and if you do not know about Dax and this is your first time seeing Dax, well, Dax is from Canada. He is a Canadian American. Because now he's in America and he's been here for a while now. And I don't know if he's in America. I think he probably still lives in Canada. But he has a lot of influence in America. So he's got the American flag too. That's fire. You know why? Because we're all under one continent. And Mexico should be part of it too. But we like to be divided from everyone, which is crazy because if you heard in the beginning of his intro, united we stand, divided we fall. If the whole continent was together, things would be, I feel like it'd just be, I don't know, probably be the same, but it might be a little bit better. But you know how the world is. All right, let's go.
Living in the new world with an whole soul. The rich man knows the Richmond, Lord knows
I just wanna have total control.
This world has changed and I had to accept it. They ask my political views while I search for their hidden agendas.
Facts.
I don't got an answer, I try to remember the devil divides. Pressure appears from our peers.
I gotta remember the devil divides. Let's go, Dax. I already knew this was gonna be fire, and I love the way he came in on this, y'all. He came in smooth preaching. He's coming in basically talking to you. He's got that J. Cole flow going on right now, and I love it.
I don't got an answer, I try to remember the devil divides. Pressure appears from our peers. Those arguments waste our time while helping to push their lies, so fuck political views.
Facts.
I got common sense.
Facts.
I know God made man, and the sun sets on a life where we focus on things that we cannot control. And
Dax, you talking my language, yo. F your political views. F the right, F the left, F all of the political views. I got common sense. Fire. You got common sense, you'll be good in this world. But it seems like common sense is like the enemy. But I got common sense, so I'll be the enemy. I'm cool with that, y'all. I've always been a rebellious person anyways, and I'm still a rebel. But, no, like on a serious note though, that's fire. Because F the political. Once you politicize everything, that's when things that's where the division comes from. Because you got this, you got this, you got this, you got this. But you also don't want it to be, well, I don't want it to, I want the freedom. I want everyone to be able to have their freedom, but not be all under one control. That's not what I mean when I say you got all the divide. But the way that they have it structured, it's like, it makes it very, like, people don't even look at common sense anymore. People will just say, hey, I like this I like them just because I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican. Don't even listen to anything they say. Just will vote for that just because that's what they do. That's what I mean by divide. But that's fire. And then he said, and I know God made every man. Exactly. And don't forget, God made us in his image.
Lies, so fuck political views.
Facts.
I got common sense.
Facts.
I know God made man, and the sun sets on a life where we focus on things that we cannot control and accumulate so much regret. By the time we decide to live, we're practically already dead. So I go to sleep with the thought.
By the time we decide to live, we're practically already dead. Fire. If you don't know what he's talking about, it's like by the time you decide to live, you've been going through all this shit. Like, the way I look at that, I feel like he means it not in the example I'm going to give. I get where he's going with it, but the only way I know how to explain it or break that bar down would be to to compare it to like retiring, right? Like, you work your whole life till you're 60, 65 years old, and then you retire. So by the time you decide to live, so by the time you're retired, you have time now, you have your life to all full ahead of you, you're practically already dead. By the time you're 60 something, I've passed up everything most of what I've wanted to do. The only thing I can do now is sit inside the house or go on a boat. Like, unless you're Pete and Bass. Shout out to the grandpas Pete and Bass in the UK. They're rappers and they're like 70-something years old and they're fire rappers. They rap better than 90% of the American rappers. Fire. Let's go.
So 45 years living in debt, that we cannot control.
45 years living in debt.
And accumulate so much regret. By the time we decide to live, we're practically already dead. So I go to sleep with the thoughts of 45 years living in debt. 45 years can't pay rent. 45 years just for a pension. I'm too old to enjoy.
Let's go. What did I just say, y'all? He said 45 years can't pay rent. 45 years just for a pension. Exactly, bro. Why? I'm working all this time for some little bit of money. And I mean, I haven't lived like the most. I've always stayed in shape, but I don't have. I've smoked pretty much my entire life. I've drank pretty much my entire, like, for a bit, not my entire life, but I drank for a long time. I don't drink anymore though, but I drank for a long time, and like, who knows? There's lung cancer. There's all this type of stuff that can hit me when I get older. By the time I'm ready to get my pension. So you basically work in your life just to work. It's ridiculous.
45 years working and slaving for rich men with no time for my family and friends.
For rich men,
I wake
exactly.
up and pray that it ends.
I know I was talking. We're going to go all the way back.
This world has changed and I had to accept it. They ask my political views while I search for their hidden agendas. I don't got an answer, I try to remember the devil divides. Pressure appears from our peers. Those arguments waste our time while helping to push their lies, so fuck political views. I got common sense.
Back.
I know God made man.
Yep.
And the sun sets on a life where we focus on things that we cannot control and accumulate so much regret. By the time we decide to live, we're practically already dead. So I go to
Let's
sleep
go.
with the thoughts of 45 years living in debt. 45 years can't pay rent. 45 years just for a pension. I'm too old to enjoy and go spend. 45 years working and slaving for rich men with no time for my family and friends. Then I wake up and pray that it ends.
Living in the new world with an whole soul. Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
Descendants of Adam and Eve, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. They're taking God out the schools. Our kids don't know what to believe.
They're taking God out of the schools. Our kids don't know what to believe. I literally just told my family about, because I watched Stevie Knight's reaction on his Night Talk channel. Shout out Stevie Knight. Go check him out. Dax is probably going to be there with Stevie Knight, because Dax always does, like, Dax and Stevie Knight are real cool. So if you know Stevie Knight, you know that Dax always shows up on them, and Dax breaks down his new songs with Stevie Knight. Like, they do a reaction together, which I think is dope, because just like in their last song, The Black and White, I caught a lot of bars and I caught the meaning, but there's a lot of things I missed too. But then I go back after I did my reaction and I watched Stevie Knight, because I've been rocking with Stevie Knight for years, and I'm able to hear Dax explain what he did, and that's cool. But I was just watching Stevie Knight's video about San Francisco, or the schools in Cali. He was talking about specifically like San Francisco area, I think, but it's like whatever, it's like 97,000 school districts that he's talking about in California, right? I'm from Michigan, so I don't know everything in California. But I do know, I looked this bill up that he was talking about, and how they're literally, it's a gender, like a gender confidential agreement that is actually, it's like in the law now. The school board is giving it to children, and it's basically saying, hey, we're going to affirm you and we're going to tell you that you are what you are or whatever, but you don't have to tell the parents. Like, it's basically hiding it from your parents, taking control from the parents. And I'm not with that. That's why my daughter, she about to be going to school next year. I'm homeschooling her. I don't give a damn. She's not going to school. Me and my baby mama, it's just going to be an argument. It's just going to be an argument that's going to lead to my daughter still not going to school. Because I promise you I'll go to jail, y'all. Let someone try to hide some shit about my daughter from me. I will go to jail over my kids. I promise you that.
Total control.
Descendants of Adam and Eve, the apple doesn't fall far
Fall
from
far
the tree.
from the tree.
They're
Fire.
taking God out the schools. Our kids don't know what to believe. From 6 to 18, the curriculum fails, and Gen Z gets taught by their phones with force feeds that get sponsored and paid by companies. That's how they attack us. It starts with the youth. If you lie enough, you'll convince anybody the lie's the truth. So telling these kids they
If you lie enough, you'll convince anybody the lie is the truth. Fire. If you lie enough, you'll convince anybody that lie is the truth. These kids, they don't know nothing now, especially like you said, Gen Z. See, I'm not Gen Z. I'm 28. I was like right before the Gen Z. But my baby mama, she's Gen Z. And you could just tell well, let me not even say that about her, because she's got like more traditional views and stuff, but you can still see the little differences that come into play, and it's just
attack us. It starts with the youth. If you lie enough, you'll convince anybody the lie's the truth. So telling these kids they can choose their own gender at ages they can't even tie their own shoes.
telling these kids they can choose their own gender at age 8, they can't even tie their own shoes.
Drive or drink is crazy. That's how they attack us. It starts with the youth. If you lie enough, you'll convince anybody the lie's the truth. So telling these kids they can choose their own gender at ages they can't even tie their own shoes. Drive or drink is crazy. Common sense isn't common unless it pays me. That's the thought process daily. Look.
Common sense isn't common unless it pays them. Facts.
The lie's the truth. So telling these kids they can choose their own gender at ages they can't even tie their own shoes. Drive or drink is crazy. Common sense isn't common unless it pays me. That's the thought process daily. Look at the content. We're creating lies, diluting our brains. I'm done trying to argue online with these people.
I'm done trying to argue and lie with these people. If they don't, I'm done trying to lie with these people. Facts. I'm done trying to tell them. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to stick to my common sense. I'm going to raise my daughter right. I'm done trying to play nice, play on these sides, and I'm done with that. It is what it is. I got common sense. I got God in my life. And that's the way it's going.
The lie's the truth. So telling these kids they can choose their own gender at ages they can't even tie their own shoes. Drive or drink is crazy. Common sense isn't common unless it pays me. That's the thought process daily. Look at the content. We're creating lies, diluting our brains. I'm done trying to argue online with these people who think that a vote's gonna bring about change. How many presidents does it take to have a life worth living? An actual comfortable wage. No more school shootings. Let's unite these states.
It's a damn shame.
No more school shootings. Let's unite these states. Tell them. Tell them, tell them, tell them. Let's go, man. And we're going all the way back and we're playing that verse. I'm not even going to talk because this is too fire, yo.
Our kids don't know what to believe.
Total control.
Descendants of Adam and Eve. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. They're taking God out the schools. Our kids don't know what to believe. From 6 to 18, the curriculum fails and Gen Z gets taught by their phones with force feeds that get sponsored and paid by companies. That's how they attack us. It starts with the youth. If you lie enough, you'll convince anybody the lie's the truth. So telling these kids they can choose their own gender at ages they can't even tie their own shoes. Drive or drink is crazy. Common sense isn't common unless it pays me. That's the thought process daily. Look at the content. We're creating lies, diluting our brains. I'm done trying to argue online with these people who think that a vote's gonna bring about change. How many presidents does it take to have a life worth living? An actual comfortable wage. No more school shootings. Let's unite these states.
It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to.
Let's go, Dax.
People like you wish I could just wake up and
Yo, that's so fire with Oliver singing and Dax, because you know Dax be having his little vocals. I say little vocals, Dax, if you ever see this, because you be having your little vocals. You a little singer out here, just a little singer.
it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. For people like me, people like you wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an old soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have
Total control. Wanna know what you think? Dax, bro, I am playing this song all day at work today. They're gonna be mad. I'll probably get fired by what I'm about to be singing all day long, and I don't even care. Let them fire me today. I was just talking about how I'm over this job anyways, y'all. Hold on, I just messed up. I was just talking about how I'm over this damn job anyways. You know why I'm over this job? Because I'm not doing anything to help other people. I want to help other people, and I don't want to work for someone that's in line with all the views that I'm not in line with. I don't know if they are. That's not really part of my job, but I know that big corporations and stuff usually are not in line with my views, and I just don't want to do that anymore. So it is what it is. I love this song. This was fire. Dax, thank you for making this. I'm so glad that there's so many people coming out giving their point on this. If I could rap, y'all, if I could sing, I would make a remix as well. And it's just nice to know that real music is coming back. But I already knew this when it comes to the rap part. I already knew Dax had this on lock, yo. His rapping is top tier. Dax is he's always been controversial, but he's controversial, but so on point. Every time I've heard Dax, it's just he hits that nail every single time I hear him. It's like, I don't know, it's crazy. But shout out to you, Dax. Shout out Stevie Knight. Again, everyone should go watch that video, even if you don't like Stevie Knight, because I got people telling me about how they don't like Stevie Knight. I don't know why they're coming to me about it. I don't even know him personally. But that's still my guy, though. I rock with Stevie. But shout out Stevie Knight, because everyone should go see that video that he made on his Night Talk. He don't get monetized for it anyways. They done canceled him on that channel, so might as well go check it out. You're not helping him. If you don't like him, you're still not helping him, but you're helping yourself know what's going on in the world. And especially if you have children, and you feel the same way I do, go check that out. Yeah, and with that, thank you, Dex, and shout out to EV Family. You're on. This is EvStudiosEnt, and I'm EV, and I'm late for work, so I gotta go. I'll catch you on the next one. We got more reactions coming later today. Check it out.